Hello PHP, we're back again for another video for PHP ladies. Sheena Sapaula here alongside my sideline Cecilia Vargas. Ceci, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How's everyone doing? Really excited to be on this call today to launch 2024. We have tons of things to talk about today and also great initiatives that you're going to want to run for sure during 2024.
Now, it's so crazy because 2023 went by so fast. What was your biggest takeaway from 2023? Because you and Vargas had an incredible year.
Well, 2023 was definitely a year of reinvention, I think, for the entire company all around. And we all went through realizing what's going to take for us as a new company that has just acquired us. We all realize that it's going to take for us to stretch ourselves, to stretch our vision. And I think that the main thing that I learned is that nothing is going to come out as planned. You just got to be ready to take action. When you focus on the base shop, when you stay constantly focused on the local people that you have, you're going to actually gain momentum pretty quickly. We focus on associate count, and that was number one for our 2023. What about you, Sheena? What was your biggest takeaway of 2023?
By and far, you know me. I love getting away from Zoom and going back to in person. It's the OG style of how we built this business from 0 to $1 million the first 3 years. Because it really allows us to have a better connection to develop people from the ground up, which is what we're the best at. And it's kind of interesting to see the timeline of events. I think 2023 was so significant. Back when PHP started in 2009, Patrick built the foundation of what we see today. And now he's passing the torch for us to take over. We got acquired by IMG. What an amazing partnership. You saw the individuals get awarded those shares on stage. And that's what the nicest thing about our company and our structure is, that you can stand out with all things being equal in the base shop. So to see those names really shine bright all of 2023, we go into 2024. Patrick's last Mag 7 call was so significant. But I think it also is time, because he's taught us everything he possibly can teach us. And now it's time for us to develop the next wave of leaders, which I'm really excited for.
Absolutely. I think that this year we're going to see what we're made of as a company, seeing all the competitors qualifying for that dream team call. And we're going to see who's going to end up staying the longest.
Yeah, Patrick has always been good at creating those standards and holding us accountable to it. The reality is now the next wave of leaders have to do the same thing. And so it's interesting and going to be interesting to see who needs somebody to keep holding them accountable and who feels that it's time for us to hold ourselves accountable. And it just reminds me of our first ladies trip. That first trip, that ladies trip, was the most significant trip of my entire career because you roomed me with Ceci, and that started a great sideline relationship. And I remember from then on out how many times we visited each other's offices. I said, Ceci, I need to learn from you. And you were asking me a bunch of questions. And it really helped our business so well, developing that sideline relationship.
That trip, you're absolutely right. It was rooted so deeply. And we actually, when you had Jordan, then I flew into Chicago just to see like exactly what you were doing. And what is crazy, I've never had a child before, but you were so gracious to pick me up after 1 week of delivering the baby. You picked me up.
It was fun. It was fun.
You picked me up from the airport, and I spent a whole entire day with you and just learning. And that's how amazing it is to build sidelines through the PHP ladies. It's a community. It's something that helps you grow your business, but it helps you grow beyond that. It helps you grow as a woman. It helps you grow as a business partner, as a wife, as a daughter, as a mother. And that's why it's so important that this year in 2024, as we are talking about this being the year of the flag carrier, we're looking for the ladies that are going to flag carry the PHP ladies into a whole different level in PHP. So I wanted to ask you, what was the first event that you ever run for PHP ladies? Like, what was the first event maybe at your office, or like what was the first initiative you run?
Yeah, I have to give credit to Oakbrook on this one. All the MDs in Oakbrook got together and we said, you know what, we got to do a ladies night where we talk about women empowerment. We talk about dress, we do some makeup tutorials, we talk about color tones that fit your body very well. It was a fun event. I mean, they pulled it off so well. And I just sat back and I realized how much and how important it was to create a community because even when I started in 2015, the one thing that stood out to me the most was when I went to a convention and I saw you and Marlene on stage, these strong, powerful women and wives speaking. And most times when you see that, you're like, man, they'll never talk to me. I haven't accomplished anything yet. But that was not the case. I remember giving you a call and giving Marlene a call saying, hey, listen, I'm just learning how to make these phone calls. I'm learning how to do these fast starts. Can you help me out? And how open you guys were to do it. Fast forward, I see when Oakbrook ran their first ladies event, all these women that really just wanted a safe environment to ask questions, to feel like they're normal, they go through the same stuff, and to have a relatability. It really established such a solid energy that makes the PHP culture is what it is today. So we're going to 2024, and like you mentioned, we got to get back to that and do what we do best. And we need these flag carrier MDs to say, I'm going to run an initiative. I don't need to wait for the company to do it. I'm going to do it at my local office. It could be a potluck get together. It could be an outing you do with the women. It could be a Bible study you do with women. You can see it happening here and there right now, but we're here just to tell everybody, magnify that by 10x, because that's who we are. And that's why people love coming to PHP, is not just because we have an incredible industry, but our culture is so unique amongst everybody else.
As you said, we've seen other initiatives. We've seen initiatives from the ladies of TGA. We've seen initiatives from Flor Marroquin has been great at running initiatives, renting houses and taking pictures. Erika also has been really great at doing that. And so we want to definitely see more of those. And I will say, let's start locally. Let's start with your local office, right? And don't wait even for your marketing director that is running that local office to run it. If you're a marketing director yourself, you can call in the initiative. I remember one time, the ladies of WTP, they were like, Ceci, are you going to run an event? And I said, don't wait on me. And actually, they put the event together themselves.
But you're right, because think about, listen, we're wives, we're moms. You'll see so many different variations in our company. And the reality is, at the end of the day, we still can share a lot of common knowledge about how do we get through the day, the week, the month, the year, managing and balancing it all, because that's ultimately important. I remember Fernanda in Orlando under LMT Mason's organization, I think Emily as well, they put on this like sleepover where they all like dressed up and they came and did a sleepover at the office and they watched like a movie. And I just looked at that and said, that's so fun. Jasmine Swazo, she put this video together for TWA and I saw all the ladies together all in this neutral brown outfit. It looked like a sorority. I was like, I don't know what that is, but I want to be a part of it. I mean, I know I'm a part of it because it's part of our team, but I was like, I want to be re-recruited all over again. These are unique things that we can't take for granted, because at the end of the day, that really is what we're meant to do, is grow from 0 to 500,000 licensed agents. That is always and will always be the mission and crusade in the next 10 years. This is what gets exciting about what we're going to attract in 2024, because this is where the new and emerging leaders are going to shine very brightly. I can't wait for it. I mean, you just finished your regional event. I believe Palaio's doing his right now. Next is us. EIB finished theirs. And I think Gaitan's TGA's at the end of next month or middle of next month. So, Ceci, how was the energy at your regional event, and what are you guys excited for going into 2024?
Well, I think that this is going to be a year of explosion for WTP. It definitely was a completely different event from before. I think that we're coming from growing as an organization, not knowing much what we were doing. Then we went into the pandemic, and now this year it was full circle. Like, we have full house. Everyone came back excited. I've never seen WTP this way, the way that they're focused. I never seen also coming back from, of course, from PHP events. I've seen my team coming back really excited, but never from a regional event where they are like really focused on what they want to do. They have a vision, they're excited. And I think that it was definitely because of associate count. Like, when you recruit a person and they're growing within an office and then they go to a regional event, they're not just a guest. When they show up to a regional event and they see the value, they learn from the speakers, they learn actually from the VPs that are growing, they learn from the internal board councils. Like Matt Sapaula was there, your husband was there, and he trained on why PHP. When they see that, they come back with the vision. This year, as the year of flag carrier for PHP, tell me where's your mind at? What's MSM thinking? What are you thinking?
I see a lot of the ladies, especially within MSM, as being that foundation that complements and supports their better half as we do something that's not seen in history before. So when Patrick started the company in 2009 and had a lot of the founders and the beginning players that laid the foundation for such an incredible thing, and you got to understand, to build something like this, it's no small feat. So to see what he's able to do with all of the founders from 2009 till when we came in 2015, I think our only role was to be proof of concept and help solidify everything that's been established. And now the passing of a torch has happened, where he's now developed the core leaders of the company, and the responsibility is now on us to finish this mission and crusade, is to really bring life back to middle class and do it in a way where we have a solid structure that's built and predicated on morals and principles and values that we understand and we abide by. But it's going to attract, in my opinion, a lot of people that are looking for a safe place where they don't have to worry about where leaders are going, that they can rely on the fact that there is one common goal, is to help everybody win. So the question would be, who is ready to join us in our crusade of building the next wave of leaders to represent this industry in the best way possible in our crusade to get to 500,000 licensed agents in the next 10 years? And that's what I get excited about. I don't know who it's going to be, but I guarantee you it's going to be names that we never suspected. It's going to be names that are brand new, but it's names that want to establish a legacy and make their last name worth something.
So these PHP ladies initiatives are going to make you identify all across the company who is going to be the next leaders of your team, so you can become a bar council too. And that's what we need to be thinking about this year as a year of flag carrier. It's unraveling. I
have my list of folks that I feel could be those standout stars for 2024, but at the end of the day, it's going to be up to them to make that decision to really commit lifelong to building people. Well, I'm excited. We have last announcement. We have the ladies call coming up on February 8th. Ladies, mark your calendars, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. The speakers and the hosts will be announced as we get closer to that day. But last message, Ceci, what would you say as a lasting message to all the ladies in PHP for them to have an incredibly strong 2024?
But I will say you need to aim for being featured on these calls, for being featured in the PHP ladies. I remember coming on board and looking at that flyer that Jennifer put together, Jennifer David, and me thinking my picture wasn't even there. And then I wanted my picture there. And then when my picture got there, I was like, why am I ranked all the way at the bottom? What is this ranking all about? And that's something that you ought to do this year. You ought to think, I want to be featured on these calls. I want to be featured in social media. Ask your marketing director, what do you need to do? Because we want to hear your story. So think about your vision, think about what you want to do in PHP, but have an aim for you to be part of these PHP ladies initiatives, actually being featured on the calls, being featured on social media, being featured on our flyers.
And I would say a call up to all the ladies of PHP. Time for you in 2024 to really sit down and ask yourself, what am I going to develop within myself all of this year? Whether it be I'm going to have more initiatives to run at my local office to bring all the ladies together, whether that be I'm going to be good at making a phone call, something I'm so scared to do, but I'm just going to do it this year. I'm going to be committed to being the best fast start person ever in my local area. I'm going to make sure that I'm committed to building the most associates and FAs and directors. I'm going to build a massive base shop this year. You got to sit there and ask yourself, what are you going to grow in 2024? And that's what this is all about. Every year you pick something that you want to improve on, because you'll never run out of things to improve on. But make sure that you're not going to be the same person ending 2024 that you started in 2024. So with that being said, PHP ladies, let's go make history. It's 2024, the year of flag carrier, and we'll see you guys on the February 8th PHP ladies call. Have an incredible rest of your regional events and have an incredible closeout on January. Bye, guys.
Bye. Take care, guys.